Okay. Slay the Princess, Part 3. The first one was legitimately scary, kind of. The second one, it was cool, but I just felt completely helpless the whole time. But, yeah, let's see what this game has in store today. So, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Load game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I like that it rereads it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Oh. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, actually, if I use my controller, it'll be easier. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Vive la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. I want to say something different this time. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's so dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, what happens if she get out then? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
I don't even know how I got here.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So this time, I think I'm just gonna try to kill her right away. So, okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, that's true.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. Let's do that.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess. Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
That's bad.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Just die. Finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together,
Okay.
rapidly bleeding out.
Her teeth and that face. Oh.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
That's disturbing.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Double KO. The razor. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's gonna kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? I'm picking that one.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
I cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards,
Wow.
their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a
at those
pristine
windows.
blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop
There it
arguing?
is.
It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. You're right. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
She definitely has a weapon.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to
Sounds so
trick
weird.
us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping.
I would say
She
so.
knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Yes? If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you get out of here. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You'd better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn and leave. Screw it. Slay the princess. I would like to do that, but let's explore a little bit. There's so many options. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh?
She's pointy.
Silly little bird face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
I don't really care.
I have absolutely zero doubts
Yeah.
that she is going to stab us if
Yes.
we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the
Yeah,
more
me
reason
too.
to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that.
It sounds like you do.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
She's messing with me.
Last time? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
What is she talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here.
Yeah.
We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened. So you do remember it. I think this is all the same. Yeah, okay. But that's exactly what happened. You do remember it.
Would I just lie?
I think so.
Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Good save.
Aha! She slipped up there.
Yeah.
She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I
Behind
keep a knife?
your back.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly
no.
of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
That's so specific.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing
Yeah,
anyone to death.
We didn't.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
She is. She totally is. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
Uh-huh.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
Oh.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically zero? But what if you're just hiding it somewhere secret? Yeah, that's all the same.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What
Did
kind
you?
of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
Princesses don't do that.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with
Secret
you or
zones.
my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile
This
drops
is
for a
so
moment,
bad.
her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
What?
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
How do you know about the stabbing? I don't know what to say. Can't we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
Cramped and annoying.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
At least once more.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think wow, I'm just gonna start over. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. I barely got through that.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting
Exactly.
stabbed to death.
Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit.
Duh.
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Yeah, we said so.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
Slay the princess?
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Eh,
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
that's bad.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched.
Okay, so asking more questions was a bad idea.
You keep pace with her for
God,
a
those
single brief
noises
and
scare
wordless
me.
exchange, before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence. She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
And with a squelch, she does just that.
Well, I messed up.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms race. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? I feel
Whoa.
dizzy.
I missed something. Hold on. The interior of the cabin is sharp, constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you do?
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting?
How is that blade
Who holds the
even on that
cards
table?
now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running
hunted.
isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third?
Why is there so many
No
voices?
wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
I didn't have a choice.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
The mirror?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
That's rude.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Yeah,
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean. Yeah.
You reach forward and place your
Same.
hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into
It's
view,
even more pointy.
standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
That's true.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin.
Two.
The people there
at least.
mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Let's do this.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yes.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're gonna appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. I want to do that. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're gonna fight her, and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Just kill ourselves. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better. I'm gonna flirt with her. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. Your arm flaps are... I can't.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes. Yes, we do.
I'd rather not.
We do.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
We're doing it.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where
Yeah.
this goes.
I like him. I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? I just feel like I really get you. I like you. Romantically, even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look. I'm gonna say she's gorgeous.
A rosy blush
Oh,
flushes
she's
the princess's
blushing.
cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Yeah.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Okay.
Oh, be
Thanks.
damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
I told you it would.
Still gonna kill you though.
Oh.
Or not?
At least she likes us.
Yeah.
I've never been liked
That's the
before.
happiest he's ever been.
Blush still
Oh
glowing
no.
in her
Oh
cheeks.
god, her arms.
The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing.
She's still blushing though.
She skewers you.
Oh, great.
Ow.
Yeah.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt
Yes,
at
the
least a little
smitten.
bit? What matters is that she likes
Yeah,
us.
she likes us.
She's even said as much.
And that we're gorgeous.
Oh, a new one of us.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Just our ego? Maybe? Ego death?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
No idea.
I think we're dead. and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Okay.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We
Dead,
might have died a
dead.
second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
For now.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
I don't know.
This is 4.
Is it?
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
She loves my creativity.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Oh.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how
Yeah,
many we
let's
can
stack
stand.
us.
There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we keep moving. We'll
Okay.
win her heart eventually.
Yes.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Yes.
Come on, show me something new.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're gonna... Oh, this is the same. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're gonna let her stab us, and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. I'm gonna say all of these ideas suck. It doesn't work. And she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. Wow.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
This is intense.
She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Probably not.
We just have to hit her harder.
Wow, she's getting even pointier.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
What does that mean?
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Are we?
Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Like, actually? Oh. Another one. Okay.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from there. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in
claw.
our hand. Ho-ho! What if? Throw it out the window.
Are you gonna do that?
Over my dead body.
The stubborn.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Really?
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
The opportunist.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros.
Oh,
We'll
I
notch
missed
up that
something. Voice of the... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them. Okay. Let's get back. There.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Okay. The game's gonna scare me again.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Kind of.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin
Oh
twists, splitting
my.
into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
I've played
A
enough
heart
games
beats
to know
furiously in its
that's a
cage
heart,
of a chest.
and I have to stab it.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Oh my god, what a psycho.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect.
They're all into her.
Do you think we can throw
Yes.
her out the window?
Let's do it. There's no window.
That looked
It did.
painful. How is she still alive?
The heart.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir?
just
This is
totally
Oh my goodness.
Forget it.
This is all just
How long is this gonna happen for? Okay. Empty your mind.
What just happened?
Oh wow.
It's so quiet.
M2.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act and get through that inaction. Your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you are already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Yeah. Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending, is it? Another double KO. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, destroy your body. I'm gonna say this. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Remain silent. Sorry, I bumped my mic. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path,
and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm just gonna
And
keep
at the
going.
end of that path
That one felt
is a cabin.
kind of short.
And in the basement of that cabin
I can always
is a
edit it later.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Turn around and leave, I think. Yeah, let's do something different.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Lie. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continued down the path away from the cabin. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in
Exactly.
it.
I just get murdered.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Oh, great.
Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay. I'm going to the cabin. Sheesh. Turn around again and leave. Again. Let's do that.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Forever? Ever? I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess.
Killing is such a gauche phrasing
It's
and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible
That's what the
and
game's
she's
called.
really got it coming to her. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Ugh.
You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm gonna keep just trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar
the
wooden
music's getting
structures
weird.
through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear
What is
around you,
happening?
you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oops. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
It's like
And in the basement
holodeck.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You aren't kidding. She actually entered the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Lie. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna slay the princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. Okay. You weren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day,
I like him.
you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't there last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or,
Yeah, okay.
heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Should I stay in the woods forever? Yeah, you know what? I already started this path. Let's end it.
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh,
You cannot go further astray.
okay. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Okay. proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted.
There's a hole
An
in the
inch
floor.
here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think I'm gonna leave it.
If
Yeah,
you want us
that
to
feels
take
right.
it, maybe we should just leave it to collect
Yeah.
dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Yeah.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Okay, fair enough.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about the mirror. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Let's bring up the mirror.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even...
But why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Take the blade. No. I tried to run away, so let's keep running away.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Wow.
No,
thank you.
I agree.
Oh, don't be
That's
such
messed
a
up.
baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin.
Let's take the harsh stairs, I think.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Wow. Seems like the universe is undoing itself. This is bad.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Yeah.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Wow.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain
I don't think
and
I've even
unfamiliarity.
seen her yet.
And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh my gosh.
what the hell was that? What happened to us?
Everything's dark.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was the trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Yeah, okay.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us. Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone. Those eyes, though. They're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
It's okay.
Whoa.
Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink
This is
them.
so weird.
If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, let's not do that. There's more of you now.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
This seems
I
bad.
don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back
I'm not
through
going
those
back.
stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
No.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Am I? Though? Really? Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand to tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably
Ugh.
stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Wow, that's like 3 options in one. I'm getting out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Retrieve the blade. It's all one option. Huh. I'm curious. Let's simultaneously free her, leave her in the basement, and get the blade.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, I know.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Wow.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Wow.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
This is so messed up.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Oh boy.
Please.
I don't know what to do. It's gonna be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. Say nothing. I'll do my best. Okay. I didn't get a chance. That's fine. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. That's not nice, I think. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. Gonna sit a second.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, let's
Okay.
say that.
If you say so. We'll
Probably
trust you.
shouldn't, but I'm trying to be nice.
You're not messing with us, right?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, destroy your body. I'm gonna say that one.
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new.
Their minds are empty.
Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him. He does. And when I find him, you and I are gonna finally have some answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm gonna kill him. He does, but you're gonna keep that to yourself. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Do you think there are other people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
That scares me every time. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're
did
all
not.
one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I'd rather not.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Well, at least she's not gnawing her arm off.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Nuh-uh.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Great.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
So this is pretty similar to the first time.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh, it's not there. Well, it's there, but I can't click. Slay the princess, I guess.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Oh my.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
This took a turn.
She pounces
Wow.
on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her
yeah.
ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive
an
as your
animal.
blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
I hope not.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hmm. The witch. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and
That's
earthy,
cool.
and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf. With the blade
Oops.
as your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sorry. My iPad thought I said Siri. It's trying to talk to me. No, thank you. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror.
Yes,
There's
there
the muddy
is.
shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror, but he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
I trust my eyes. Why would he lie about there not being a mirror? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. I trust my eyes. Why would he lie? What's the point?
Come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at
Never.
it, he
It's
would have
never
told
happened.
us about it. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Enter the basement.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us
Excuse
into.
me.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
That's
Don't
very
be
witchy.
scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably isn't definitely. So let's go. I'm not nasty. Hello. Say nothing. I'm gonna say I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Yeah, totally.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Actually, I prefer that.
Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Wow.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You've already been here,
That's
haven't
what
you?
we've been telling you.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if
Yeah.
I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
I'm just gonna save quick. I just realized I haven't done that for a while. And this crashed twice. So better safe than sorry.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all we all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Okay, I have to take my headphones off. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it up? I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know. Things got messy last time. But I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those chains on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a Why do I have a nagging feeling they're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you. Not enough to free you. And definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Leave her in the basement. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
So we're in an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere if we don't trust each other. Unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want. The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
I didn't bring my blade down here, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted.
I'm so
I don't know
tense.
how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Oh boy.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah, it's working.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea.
That's
She can't
not a bad
sneak in and
idea.
attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp
Oh.
and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her
I
full
just wanted
weight.
her to trust me.
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots until the princess lands
Oh,
against the far wall,
oops.
gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Hold on. I'm gonna go back and read. I accidentally pressed the button on my keyboard. So we both fell. And something popped.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that?
This isn't what I expected.
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I can't get up. You broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We were never gonna get up those stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other. I'm gonna say that.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands had spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
Okay.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Is it?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
This is kind of weirdly funny.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Is that the end? Oh. I thought there'd be another... But you don't get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally! We're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. but you need to see what's in it. You were nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
You're the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror. Okay, that's a lot of options, and I feel like I'm only going to be able to ask a few questions. Okay. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Okay.
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Ugh, God, that's loud. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong. So you're the narrator. Oh, that's the same. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? It would have helped you destroy her. I would have helped you destroy her. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can I just will her into something small? So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even a possibility. Why did you lie to me? If you made me, then what am I? How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does it work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? And what is my true identity? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually, important even. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Destroy the mirror. Okay, and what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. A god. I always knew I was special. Are you a god? Or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Whoops.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You're delusional. How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
I think you're out of time. I'm not gonna slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy. I'm gonna destroy her. Lie. Rest easy. I'm gonna destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this. Say nothing and watch him end. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Wow. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Whoa.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to to continue. Okay, I gotta take my headphones off. I get a delay, and it makes me talk weird. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Okay. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What?
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you
This
limit
music is
yourself to
so
what you are
epic.
now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Okay. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. I'm gonna explore. Oh, jeez, more options. If there are no endings, there are no limits. And if there's no limits, then there's no difference between growth and decay. I've already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. But you betrayed me. What potential was left for either of us to rise above?
Remember yourself in the moment of life. Lift your gaze beyond moments and towards the infinite depth of reality.
When masses mob you, there is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no
There is only
end.
the flood of
There is
bodies.
only the
In
flood
every
of
moment
bodies.
you hold every possible sensation
Every
at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on. The world doesn't need you. Explore. Address this vessel statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. Reject her authority. I think these are the same. Yeah. I'm gonna address the vessel statement. To be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. Why would either of us want that? To contain everything is to contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old selves and create? I couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do. I'll say that.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend.
And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
Bound this torrent of blades catching from boundless angles. You were a body. You were gory ribbons. You were a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I
pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Okay. I did rise far above you, and I'm far above you still. I will destroy you as I destroyed you then. Address it directly. These are the same. I'll address it directly again. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we'd have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. Yeah.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new. But you did not go quietly. You spat in the eye of that which would claim godhood, and through that defiance, you bound us both together. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Even you when... Okay, I'm taking my headphones off again. Even when you became a shadow of a god, one good shot was all it took to bring you crashing down. I'm gonna address it directly again. I still defy you now. I'm sorry for what I did to you. We made each other worse. I miss when that was you. You were consumed by your own ego. You can say that.
And you shed your doubts to rise against me. It was only together that we were able to create something beautiful.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
I'm gonna address it directly again. I was so glad to dance with you. There was a mockery of a life we shared. What we shared there was agony. But it doesn't have to be like that. We can find a way to make things better. I'd never want to hold the world still, but is suffering the only alternative? I'd never want to hold the world still. It needs you. The only reason we weren't happy was because we couldn't forget. There was a version of that world worth living in. I was so glad to dance with you.
And dance with me again, and we'll never have to stop.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving. This is like a boss battle.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I was told there was enough of you and me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm gonna trust that's true. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Slay the princess. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. Slay the princess. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? Well,
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, everything for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Okay, headphones off. To describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. It's a different ending than I saw online. Huh. It was good. This music is so good. Hollow Knight. That's the singer from Hollow Knight. I had to look it up. I was like, she was in something else. Can't take a picture. I guess this is everything that I did. Oh, cool. Return to main menu. Their other game is really good. Scarlet Hollow. I'll probably play that too. But yeah, it's not done yet. But it's good. That was a roller coaster. What did they say? The gallery is unlocked? It just says reset. What does that mean? No. How do I... Memories, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh. And not hand. You've been here before. See through seated eyes. Okay, so it shows me where all the choices that I didn't make could be. That's cool. So, how many did I see? So there's 15 that I didn't see. Okay. The spaces between. What is this? Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Wow. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end it there. I got really into it and just did one really long video for like the last 3. So I'm probably gonna have to edit that into shorter clips. But yeah, this was great. Maybe I'll play it again tomorrow because I'm curious. So thanks for watching. I'm Blitch. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitch. I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff. Feel free to follow me on it. Yeah, this was my first attempt at playing a game and recording it using OBS. It's been a trip. OBS is so complicated. Yeah, I had to figure out wavelength, OBS, how to record my screen. Whoa. Okay. That's creepy. Anyways, on that note, respect to all the streamers and people that play games online. It's complicated. It's hard. Yeah. So, thanks for watching.